Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. We're going to do a pick a card reading to see what is blocking that which you desire. And we'll get some advice from Spirit about how to unblock that thing. So I'll do 3 separate groups and pull out an oracle card from this beautiful oracle deck that I just got called Poesis. I'm also working with the Tarot of the Abyss in case anybody will wonder in their reading. Okay, so I'll pull out an oracle card from this deck to represent each group. I'm going to take a picture so you can pause the video and meditate on the energies of the cards, or just go with whatever you're guided to go with. You could also use the timestamps below. However your intuition is working for you and wherever your intuition is pulling you, trust that. Okay, so anything else I need to say? I don't think so. I mean, it is a tarot card reading here on YouTube, so use your discernment. Don't make anything fit. Thank you guys for all your support as well. I really appreciate everything you do to help this channel grow and flourish. It would not be what it is without you. So thank you so much. Ooh, okay. I saw courage flipped over there. Okay, some of you might feel like you need some courage in a situation, or you're gaining more courage. Let's see, group one. Group one, card for group one. This one. And a card for group 2. And group 3. Group 1, I'll pair with Amethyst. Group 2, we have the Citrine. And group 3, Rose Quartz. So you can go ahead and choose your group. Okay, group 1, those of you who chose the Amethyst, let's see what your card says. Sovereignty. So you desire freedom. Freedom from a situation, or freedom from a thought, a memory, a person. Sovereignty. You seek sovereignty. Okay, let's get further into this reading. Beautiful. When I was creating this channel, actually, I was debating back and forth between 13 Moon Tarot and Sovereign Soul Tarot. You can go ahead and use that name if you want. If you're out there thinking I want to start a tarot channel, go ahead and use it, because I really liked that Sovereign Soul Tarot. Yeah. Maybe I should have done that, eh guys? What do you think? Okay, so let's get into it here, Spirit. We need 4 more cards. I'm gonna put them face down. We'll go one by one here. Now, you are a sovereign soul if you choose to be, so remember that, okay? Sometimes in our matrix world, we are made to feel as if we are trapped here by certain structures, whether those are financial or interpersonal, but you do have the freedom to shift your reality based on your thoughts and your consciousness, okay? One of the first Hermetic principle, universal law, is all is mind, meaning that everything that we manifest in our reality comes from our consciousness. So even while we might face difficulties in our life, roadblocks, challenges, shifting our perspective on the situation and perhaps seeing it from a different angle, or seeing the use value in something, can manifest an entirely new reality for ourselves. Okay, let's get 5 cards here. Okay, so let's see. Sovereignty with the 4 of Pentacles. Well, what I'm picking up here in your energy is definitely the feeling of needing to guard oneself, to protect oneself. There is an energy here, and maybe this is happening on a 444 on a very subtle level, okay? It could be something in your shadow. that comes up from time to time. It doesn't have to be your overall energy day to day. I mean, it could be for some. For others of you, it could be a crossing thought, a subconscious patterning that you have to constantly remind yourself, like, I'm not in this space. But what I'm seeing here is a little bit of this lack mindset, this feeling like I don't have enough. And the idea of I desire, well, the way I think about desire is as a frequency. I don't see it as a synonym for want. Okay, I desire and I want, to me, doesn't mean the same thing. Desire has a more sensuous, soft, flowy, beautiful energy attached to it. At least that's how I feel the frequency of the word and of the thought of the concept. Want, that idea of I want to be free, I want to be sovereign, introduces an element of lack. When we say we want something, we're also saying at the same time it's because we don't have it. And like I was saying to you in the beginning, you are a sovereign soul. You do have sovereignty. So perhaps you're desiring to manifest that inner sovereignty in your external ways. Interesting, maybe in your external behavior or in your external world is what I was going to say. In ways that affirm to you that you are indeed free. Okay, so for some of you, you need to work on this idea of I want, because at the same time, you're also saying I don't have. And when we feel like there's not enough, we really put ourselves into this disparaged state of lack, which blocks our manifestations and gets us to see things from all kinds of skewed perspectives. Now, some of you are desiring financial freedom here. Okay, there could be some issues here with money that you're having to sort through at this time. But what struck me with this card is how big this one pentacle is. It's like he's really holding on tight here to this one idea or this one situation, this one memory, this one thing, way of being, job, whatever it is, as if it is irreplaceable or the only thing that he'll ever have that's worth something. And that's not true. You already have what you desire is the message I'm getting here. So let's look a little bit further into what this block actually is for you. We have connect, and it came out in reverse with the Two of Wands. I'll show you the cards. Well, it's kind of interesting here, a little bit paradoxical almost, because when we think of sovereignty and the way this is pictured in the card, it comes out as a very kind of like individual energy, a sovereign soul, free from attachments to anyone or anything. And then the block here is connect, to come together. Perhaps that's the dilemma that you're facing right now. Your desire to be free, but also your desire to be connected, to be part of something, to be accepted by someone or a group of people, or to be loved by someone, but also to be who you are at the same time, which might go against what that group thinks or what that group likes or what that person wants you to be or wants you to do. You know, for some of you, it's going to be a group of people. Others of you, it's going to be one other person. It doesn't really matter. It's just the external energy that you're working with and that you're dealing with at this time. You could feel like you have to compromise your sovereignty, your expression of self in all of its beautiful, unique manifestations, in order to belong here or to connect with someone. For some of you, and this is not going to be for all of you, but I'm getting a specific message. If you're wanting to reconnect with somebody in a love context, that's very interesting. Okay, hold on. Well, let me say it right now. It was because I can see the background. I'm using my phone as the camera, right? And I looked up and I saw, it looked like the skull guy was wearing a suit. See where my crystal is? That looked like a little tie to me. And then I saw like a whole suit. Like, yeah, that's very interesting. Maybe this has something to do with like a wedding, or I don't know, maybe a suit is significant for someone. Or something has legs to it. Something's growing legs. That was very interesting. Now, what was I saying here? I'm hearing that song, Man in the Mirror. I don't know. Okay. It's like your love. That's what I was talking about. Maybe there's some kind of formality that you don't agree with, or some tradition you're not seeing eye to eye with someone else about. Okay, but Spirit wants you to know that you should never compromise who you are to connect to someone else. Man in the mirror, the mirroring, right? Sometimes when we get into connections, oftentimes when we're falling in love in those first stages, there's a lot of mirroring going on. And I don't mean that in a manipulative way. I just mean that it shows, you know, we mirror other people's body language unconsciously when we are connecting to them or empathizing with their situation. Now, people definitely use that as a manipulation tactic. There's no doubt that some shady ass people do that. But I'm talking about here this kind of empathetic response that you have when you're connecting with someone to kind of mirror them. And you'll notice that people who hang out together a lot, or siblings or really close friends, or even couples who have been together for a long time, they start to kind of like talk the same or sound the same or dress the same. You know, the matching tracksuit couple. It's a mirroring based on some shared empathy. And I feel like some of you might have that experience. Maybe you witness someone mirroring you and you feel like you're losing a part of yourself to them. I'm hearing, or to the company. Interesting. Okay. But you can never lose your uniqueness and your sovereignty. What else do you want to say about this mirroring? That's very interesting. For some of you, it's like somebody, another energy is startled when you suddenly don't mirror them anymore. And now you have to make a decision here as you feel it about which path to take. This is interesting. Okay, let's continue here. Chaos and the Two of Cups. This is getting deeper into why is this a block. Wow. Look at this. It almost looks like the same scene. Yeah, some of you have found yourself in the past maybe, or even in the present moment, quite enmeshed with another energy. Okay, intertwined with somebody else. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's a sense of loss of identity. And this could be in work as well. You know, there's a certain culture in many workplaces. And in order to belong or move up in the ranks, you often have to assimilate. And I feel like this could feel good at first because you might get rewarded for that assimilation, for that sameness that you're expressing. But over time, it wears you down because you're not being true to yourself, even if you weren't intentionally trying that. You'll eventually start, but I'm hearing busting at the seams, like you're going to break out of that pocket that you put yourself in. Interesting. Okay. Whatever context of your life this is operating in, there needs to be a little bit more separation here between you and another. Okay, let's see the support and advice. Child with the wise one, the Hierophant, and the child. Just give me a little bit more on the wise one, Spirit. Page of Cups again. And the Tower. Okay, we're going a little deep here, but for some of you, perhaps when you were a child, it could have even been feeling like a life or death type of situation where you had to do as you were told with, you know, the Hierophant card and the child. Or some of you could have been living out your parents' dreams or your guardian's dreams, or there was some, however, there was some clamp down on your individuality along the way. Okay, maybe there was one time in your life where you really expressed who you truly are in all your magnificent glory. And Spirit really wants me to add a lot of like adjectives and stuff, your gloriousness. Okay. And your superpowers as well, I'm getting. And somebody knocked you down for that. Somebody made you feel like that wasn't right. That you wouldn't make it in life doing this career, or you shouldn't date these kinds of people, or you can't express yourself in this way, etc. That you have to fall in line and go with the teachings that were given to you by authority figures. And Spirit is saying here, there's something about that experience that is running through the energy of this current situation. There's something playing out from the past, from long ago past, something in your shadow, some kind of wound here, inner child stuff, that is influencing the way that you are perceiving a current connection or something that you're affiliated with. The main message here is it's okay to do things your way, to be different, and to cause a little bit of so-called chaos by being different, to disrupt things a little bit. I feel like there's a fear here at some level of not being accepted. And Spirit accepts you. You are Spirit. You are the divine. You are perfect the way you are. I mean, we all got shadow work to do. But in your soul, you're perfect. Okay, let's get further advice here. Transform and surrender. Wow, guys, you have to surrender here to well, whenever I see transform, I think of the death card, to the ending here of something, the ending of just being one of the many, you know, of being a small fish in a big pond. You know, it's time to be the big fish in a small pond. You know what I mean? It's time for you to step out into the 3D world as you are. And for some of you, that means disconnecting from someone or a group of people, or not really caring how people perceive you. You know, that can be very hard. And once again, it comes from survival instincts. You know, being on the outside of a group or even being rejected by a person goes way, way back in our ancestral DNA as a red flag or as a loud siren saying, warning, danger, you're in danger. Because in history, in the past, if you were on the outs of the tribe, of the group, or somebody who had authority didn't like you, and you were kicked out, exiled, you were kind of left for dead. You know, you needed the tribe, you needed the group, you needed to be accepted. So when we're rejected these days, we have this primitive instinct inside of us that says it's a life or death situation here, even if we're not consciously thinking that. So we need to override that ancestral wound and pattern that we've been living with, because we are no longer living in that kind of society. On some levels, a lot of people still do live in a culture where they feel like they have to do everything and anything to belong. But that is not the way to soul sovereignty, because there's a big shadow that exists within the collective as well. And so if you do anything and everything to belong, you're also taking on that collective shadow and collective karma that might not necessarily be yours. And this goes with connection with someone else as well. When you connect to someone on a very intimate and deep level, you better believe you're connecting to their karma. Doesn't mean you have to do their karma for them, clear their karma, I should say, for them. But you are going to be energetically influenced by their karma. I'm sure many of you can attest to that. So Spirit is saying here, it's time to surrender to the transformation that is going on within you, even if that means no longer being part of something or no longer being accepted by someone or something. Let's see what tarot card we got here. The Chariot. Oh, I love that. Surrender, transform in the Chariot. This is your way to sovereignty, to freedom. You know, maybe this could be playing out in so many situations. You could be in a relationship with someone and you just have fundamental differences in your core value system. You know, and you're not feeling like you're living your authentic self because you're compromising on your core values and your morals. Perhaps you just need to accept that there's a difference between the two of you, and there could potentially be a possibility for reconciliation with an acknowledgement of that difference. Or maybe you do need to go separate ways here. Let's see. What's going to manifest here? Or, yeah, let me just see a little more. Ace of Swords. Spirit is saying loud and clear here to speak your truth, to live in your truth, to do things the way that you feel is best for you and your highest good, not to follow, not to mirror. And, you know, when you are doing that compassionate, empathetic type of mirroring, try to stay conscious in the moment and observe yourself, okay? And see where some of that mirroring might lead you into a place of enmeshment later, okay? That's just for someone. You know, sometimes when we meet someone, we fall in love, they have a certain idea about the world and we're like, we kind of believe it, but we're like, instead we're just like, oh yeah, you know, because we're connecting with them on some level. Spirit's asking you to say, well, actually, I don't really think that. You know, whatever it is for you. Live in your authenticity. You are free. And you are moving forward here. Where are you going? Well, you're going to the Ace of Swords, but where else? The King of Wands. Ooh, I love this one. Look at him here. It's cultivating a fire, cultivating passion. And fire also represents spirituality in the tarot. This is a mastery here of owning one's passion and spiritual awareness of who they really are and what they have to offer the world. Remember, each person has their own role to play. That's why we're all so different. Okay. I love you guys. I hope that helped you. And I'll see you next time, or maybe in another pile. Okay, group 2. Those of you who chose Citrine and change. You are desiring change, a new chapter. I'm hearing something about like a vortex. Okay, let's get into your reading and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. How can you unblock this desire for change? Well, we got to see what's blocking you too. We'll do 3 more. Pixel's sleeping upstairs. I heard someone. Where's Pixel? She's upstairs sleeping. She's got her own little chaise lounge. It's like a mini cat couch. So cute. She's on that. Okay, one more, Spirit. Let's see. We need 4 more cards here. Let's put them face down. For group 2, their desire, what's blocking it? No. Group 2, Spirit. What's going on here for group 2? Okay, you're desiring change in a situation or change in your life, a big change, small change. Let's see what's going on here. We have the 4 of Swords. Some of you have really felt like you're in the same energetic space for a long, long time. It almost feels as if there's something that's been in a deep slumber that you've been trying to wake up, maybe within you or maybe with someone else. It's like, yeah, I'm hearing like, wake up, wake up. I feel guided to use these charms. I got some new charms, guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, let's put them in the skull head. Let's see. These are just extras that could help you know this message is yours or provide some more clues, tips, messages. Let's see. Ooh, we got a lot. We got a massive key here, which tells me that the key here to unblock your desire for change is rather obvious, I feel. Okay, like the key is big. It's right there. We have a spider in a web here. We have this leaf. It reminds me of, I used to draw leaves a lot when I was a kid. I don't know, it's reminding me of that. We have the letter P. We also have the letter J. Okay. Yeah, PJs. It's like a slumber, a sleep. Yeah, pajamas. Okay, a chess piece here. Looks like a pawn. No, it's the queen. Bird in a cage. Handcuffs. Wolf. Maybe you feel like you've been alone in something for a while. We also have N-O-N, spelling non. I'm also seeing dawn. There's a D here. Or nod. I feel like I'm hearing wink. Oh, I'm hearing wink and blinking and nod. I think that it was like an 80s show for kids. And I had 3 goldfish and I named them Wink and Blinkin' and Nod. I remember that. Interesting. Okay, maybe something there resonates. A butterfly here, some transformation happening. A stethoscope. Think about your heart chakra. We have a little coffin here. field notes, this pin says, and it says 753 on it. Scales, could be Libra here, or karmic justice, and then a key with a heart through it. The key is your heart, I feel, your heart chakra, especially with the stethoscope that came out. Yeah, I feel like this is about opening your heart chakra. The change happens when you open your heart chakra, or maybe it's somebody else has to open theirs. Okay, but there's definitely been this feeling of like just being underwater, it feels like. Okay. Let's keep going. We have womb. Yeah, like underwater. Like it definitely feels like muffled. Okay, womb. And the high priestess. Ooh. The change is coming. Okay, but it's hard to detect. Or the change is already happening in this situation, but you don't see it yet here. Things are balancing out with the yin and the yang. But it's like it's kept secret from you. Oh, I like this feeling. It's a little bit like, I don't know how to describe this feeling. It's exciting though. Spirit's working on this. It's like, it's spirit. It's like things are happening in the background that you can't see yet. Okay? But I feel like you can feel it. Yeah, I definitely feel like you can feel things changing. For some of you, there's some knowledge that needs to come to light first before some change can happen. For others of you, it's like you're being protected right now in some energetic space before a shift happens. Why? Page of Cups and the Six of Swords. Look at, I'll just show you the interaction between these characters. It's the first thing I saw. Someone coming in here while another is focused on something else. There's some information I feel coming in. She's holding a sword there. Some information that is coming in here for you as you try to like, see this guy's like looking at the map here. As you try to figure out where you're going to go next or what this whole journey means to you. As you're filling your cup here. Getting to know your emotions on a situation or expressing yourself creatively, opening your heart chakra. I feel like somebody comes in here. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a little boat here with a man, and I'm hearing observer. It's like a guide or spirit is observing this whole situation going down. So, but why does group 2 need to be protected here from this? I don't understand, Spirit. King of Cups. It doesn't feel like, It feels to me like something had 3311. It feels like something needs to happen in pieces here. Blocks or pieces of information or pieces of the puzzle or something has to kind of slowly trickle in and not like a tidal wave, like a flood. And if you were to suddenly feel the shift or have the sudden change that you're desiring in a situation or just in your life in general, you might overestimate the significance of something or you might overestimate something, overvalue something. What? Or not see the value in something with the eye. Maybe it's different for each of you. Oh, here we have another image of a womb. Yeah, with the observer, with the eye. It's like something's coming towards you, an opportunity for change. And if it came quickly, okay, if you were fully aware, low power, yeah, if you were fully aware, you would approach it like the King of Cups, like you have mastery over the situation, like you know exactly what to do or exactly how to act, or maybe, you know, that Two of Cups at the bottom, maybe that, I don't know, you'd be closed off in a way emotionally. Spirit wants you to approach this as the Page of Cups energy, which is a sense of innocence, which doesn't mean you're naive. It's just being more optimistic or having more faith in the process or faith in what is unfolding. Interesting reading. Okay, let's see what's blocking. We'll go a little bit further about what's blocking this. Why is this block happening? We have Journey in reverse and the 9 of Swords. Ooh, yeah, because you have total anxiety. Well, you don't have total. You have a lot of anxiety here about your path and your journey and where you're going. I mean, we all do from here and time again. Okay, but it's like, see, your vision of your path forward doesn't feel like it's exactly what's going to play out. I feel like in some ways, you know, if I didn't have this feeling of like spirit working behind the scenes with the High Priestess, then I would say that your block is you're overthinking something. And that's why the change can't happen. But it feels like something bigger is going on. I mean, that's a big deal, but it still feels like there's something cosmic unfolding here. I feel like the change that you're hoping would be way too overwhelming if it just suddenly landed on your doorstep. So it's like Spirit is opening one curtain at a time for you to see out the window, for you to see it progressively coming towards you. And I feel like the moment that you're actually going to feel the change in the situation is when you open your heart chakra. Okay, what does that mean exactly, Spirit? The Empress. Whoa. Where you already feel like you're in a place of, I'm hearing self-control and abundance and self-love. And that you are the change. You are the change. That the situation, okay, you want change in your life or change in a very specific situation, but you already are that change. Like it's already happening within you, slowly by slowly. You know, the Empress's mother too, she's often depicted as pregnant, about to give birth. But that birthing, whatever she's going to birth into reality, that abundance of life, it grows over time, slowly. Maybe this is a 9-month process for you. For some, it could even be 9 years. I don't know, 9 weeks. Number 9 could be important. But, you know, I know pregnancy is actually 10 months in all reality. But let's just go with 9 because I feel like that's the number that's coming up. I feel like there's definitely something here where things are changing here. Womb, the Empress. Yeah. It's growing, but you can't see it. Maybe some of you are actually pregnant if that's a possibility for you and you don't know it yet. Could be. Okay, or it's coming down the line for you. But more as a metaphor, I feel like if you have more faith that the change is already occurring because you are the change and you have changed, then you'll just let yourself feel more at ease as things continue to shift around you. Can we get more information on what is this big change about here? Death. Whoa. Okay. Massive transformation here. In what? 4 of Cups. Well, this feeling of apathy. 8 of Cups. For some of you, it's like changing everything around, your lifestyle. Okay, there's different things here coming up. For some of you, you want to create change in a situation in which there's been some form of rejection or somebody leaving someone behind. Okay, unequal give and take. For others of you, you desire a change where you just want to wake up every day and feel good about yourself and feel good about life and have that energy and that passion reignited. You want to rise from the ashes. You want to be the phoenix. You want to grow. And that's happening. It's happening. Okay, tell me about this. If there's another person involved, what's going on with the change in that case, Spirit? 5 of Wands and Knight of Wands, the Fool. I feel like there is also change occurring there, but it's a little bit of a rocky road here when it comes to change in a situation with another person. Someone has to confront their inner demons, resolve some conflicts in their life or within themselves in order to really understand what they value and what they don't value, and how to also be the change. Okay, but I do see there's a shift in the energy. 10 of Cups, the Fool. But this looks like a little bit of a process here, not an overnight phenomenon. Okay, let's see. Your advice here. We have birth. Are you kidding? Womb, the Empress, birth, and the King of Wands. Now, birth did come out in reverse. I feel like this is Spirit saying you can't force this to happen before the time is right. Let's go further into the advice. Trust. Trust and justice. Guys, trust that this is going to balance out. Trust that karmic, I'm hearing retribution, is going to, for some of you, is going to play out in the way it should. But for others of you, you know, it's just balancing out the energies in your life. Turning that page to open a new chapter. Like, it's happening. You have to trust that. Trust in the laws of the universe. Okay, that what is yours and is already with you. Okay, and maybe you can't feel it and see it now, but it's going to manifest in your reality really soon. Spirit knows when to bring things into fruition and when it's not ready yet. Okay, and I feel like whatever you're seeking to change, it is here. It is coming. It's already happening. Things are in motion. Try to relax if you can in the meantime. Enjoy this period. I'm hearing fill your mind with what? Fill your mind with... seeing rage and silence. Peace. Maybe you need to bring some feelings here into a place of calm. Silence the anger you have about something. This could be just for some of you. Illuminate. It's a time for meditation. It's a time for silencing the mind, not letting your thoughts run away with you. I know that sounds easier said than done. Let's get one. I want to get an oracle card here for group 2 to close this out. The Earth Keeper. I'm actually going to take a look in the book for this. Number 18. Let's see what Spirit wants to say here to you as advice. Oh, Spirit wants you to pay attention to, yeah, like the day-to-day. What are you feeding yourself? What's your routine? Okay. Hold on. It says, just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the secret dream of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big, with possibilities beyond your wild expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need, whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed the strays. Maybe that's why I started talking about Pixel. Feed the strays that come by. Yeah, if you want 3 cats, go for it. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. See, it's like trickling in the little things. Page of Cups. Take care of the little things, metaphorically or actually, and the change will manifest as it should. Okay, group 2, that's what I have for you. I really hope that helped. You can check out another group, or if this is where you go, I love you so much. And I'm moving to group 3. Okay, group 3, those of you who chose rose quartz, and let's see what it is that you're desiring, but is kind of blocked right now. I'm seeing the mind. Well, I feel like a lot of you are doing some shadow work, some self-analysis here. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into your mind, trying to figure something out or trying to heal yourself here. You could also be wanting to know what's on someone else's mind for a few of you. Take what resonates. But this is like, I feel for most of you, really trying to understand your own inner workings. Maybe even understand your psychic intuition. Okay, let's get all the cards out here, Spirit, and find out what's going on for group number 3 with mind. Do 2 more. Okay, we need 4 more cards. Put them face down. We'll see them together. No. I'm hearing like picky, choosiness. Maybe you're being very discerning when it comes to something here. I'm hearing something like your mind is your greatest weapon, but also your greatest enemy. Interesting. This one? No. One more. It's even like there's a fear here of choosing wrong or seeing things, not seeing things clear. And then I have body here, mind and body. Okay, Don't forget that your mind exists within your body. Well, your consciousness can exceed your body, your vessel, but I'm getting a message here like remember that it is mind, body, soul. Okay? And so if we're spending too much time in our mind and not taking care of our body or our soul, then we can really put ourselves out of alignment. Okay, I feel like that's only for a few of you. Desiring the mind. Spirit. We're going to get some tarot cards here. Desiring the mind. Yes, this one, I see it. Okay. Let's take a look. The moon with the mind? Damn. Well, aren't you a shadow warrior? Okay, I feel like you are definitely doing some shadow work, figuring out who the hell you are, why you are the way you are, okay, what you really think about certain things, how powerful your mind really is, okay? Maybe your mind played tricks on you with something and now you're realizing, damn, my mind's quite the powerful manifester. Or perhaps for some of you, you knew something all along that was hidden. And you're trying to figure out how you knew that. Could be a combination of those things. I also feel like there is a group of people here, maybe you're into psychology, but it's like you want to understand how someone's mind works. What are they thinking? What's going on there? What's going on up there? Some of you might be experiencing telepathy as well. Let's see a little bit further here. Play in reverse for the block and the Hanged One. I feel like you're taking something a little too seriously. Oh, yeah. The Hangman is a pretty serious card. In this deck, it's interesting because in the Rider-Waite, we see the man hung upside down, and it's, you know, our perspective of his situation is right. It's normal. It's right side up. But he's the one upside down, and his perspective is skewed. But in this card, it's us who is seeing things upside down. That's how the artist illustrated it. It's okay, so we're already overcomplicating things here, and I feel like this could be happening as part of your block. You need to be more playful with the energy. Use your imagination some more. Perhaps you're trying to get real logical about something, and you need to integrate some of that imagination. You know, that creativity and imagination is part of your psychic abilities and intuition. You cannot really, in my belief, be an intuitive and have heightened intuition and being an intuitive being without also accessing your imagination. Okay? So I feel like some of you need to do some of that there. Allow yourself to play around with ideas or play around with whatever it is that's going on here. You could feel like there's some kind of mind games going on in a situation as well. And you're trying to gain a new perspective on this or see things from their side. Or it's like, yeah, not for all of you, okay? So if this part doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. I'll still keep going with the rest of the message. But some of you here, it's like you're trying to get into someone else's mind, like put yourself in their position to understand their psychology and see how they're perceiving a situation, or it could be even a group of people. In some ways that can be useful, like if you're trying to do it as like an objective study, like if you're studying psychology or something. But when it's somebody that you've had an intimate relationship with or a very close relationship with, you're never going to be able to put yourself in their position or their mind, because you have already a certain thought and feeling that you've cultivated around that relationship, around that person. And it's going to be very hard to step outside of your own perspective. Do you know what I mean? It's a little bit like, well, I'm hearing a little bit of a waste of time to try to do that. You know, and I'm just raising this as a supportive example here, so it doesn't have to be about this, but I see a lot of channels on YouTube that are about narcissism, and a lot of them are about understanding the narcissist and understanding the narcissist psychology, and that can be helpful to a point, but the focus really should be on understanding your own position and your own psychology and why you were involved and how you can uninvolve yourself, rather than trying to figure out the puzzle that is them. Because I feel like that just further enmeshes you into the energy and can create a whole lot of confusion. Because even though we can hear, I'm hearing like Dr. Romney. I know I don't know why I'm hearing that, but I'm hearing it. I know she's one of those narcissist people, psychologists that has a channel. She's not a narcissist. She talks about narcissism. And I know it can be helpful to have like that checklist of like, this is what they do, or this is how to identify them. But even when you learn that, it can still be like a mindfuck to understand why that person does those things. You know, it's like you're never really going to know. You're never really going to get in there. It's a good tool to have to identify certain types of people and be like, oh, that's a red flag. I know that, so I'll stay away from that. But this is a clear message for someone about not trying to like go down a rabbit hole of somebody's psychology, because ultimately it's not useful for you anymore. Focus on yourself. Oh, wow. I just cut the deck, guys. Look. Now we have mind, body, soul. Holy, Spirit's not playing here. Something's out of alignment, okay? Too much in the mind. Okay, I know there's people who are not dealing with this, but I have to say it because I think it's important here for someone, because I'm getting it so clearly. Sometimes the answers that you seek about a situation or a person are felt in your body, okay? How did your body feel in a particular situation? Or does something do you have a somatic sensation when you think about this person or this situation that you've been through? If you get like a nauseated feeling, or you get like you just don't feel good, something feels off in your body, that's your answer. Okay, that's your answer. What else do you want to say about mind, body, soul here, Spirit? The Hermit and the King of Pentacles. Well, that's Earth, and then the Hermit's Earth too, but I consider it mercurial because it's Virgo. So that's the mind, Hermit, and the Empress again. Not again, sorry, the Empress. 10 of Swords at the bottom. I feel like some of you really need to ground yourself here in whatever you're doing, even if it's your own shadow work. And you need to be more kind and gentle to yourself as well. There's something I'm missing though. I can feel it. What am I missing here? Well, let's continue on in the cards and we'll see if it comes out. Because there's another message that's happening here with mind, body, soul. And I'm getting like my solar plexus is like feeling a little bit activated. Okay, maybe this is figuring out something about your own willpower. Okay, let's just ring this little bell. Okay. Why is this blocking you, the Hangman? Earth in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Whoa, now you got me all up in my mind, see? And that becomes a block, right? There's something that maybe you could feel energetically and intuitively. Because when you start getting energies, like readings like this, it could start to be a real puzzle that you start relying too much on your conscious egoic thoughts and less on your intuition. I feel like that could be a message here for you too. With the Ace of Swords and Earth, there's something where you need to ground yourself. Some of you really need to reconnect with the earth, like put your feet in the ground. Swim in a lake or a river. Listen to the wind in the trees. Something here that connects you back to Gaia, connects you back to Empress energy, connects you back to the feeling of abundance and connectedness. Grounding yourself, feeling stable and secure. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords here for the block, why this is blocking. Some of you could be getting some too much outside, like I'm hearing internet, and I'm looking at this as like the World Wide Web, right? There's something about maybe you're getting some too much information online. It's just not helping you. I don't know what that's about. It doesn't have to be for all. 4 of Pentacles here. Yeah, it's like you're holding on to a particular thought form here to understand a situation, and it's not useful. It's skewing your perspective here, I feel, in a way. Okay, let's see the advice. Joy. With the third eye. And look at this picture. There's no eyes on this, right? This is like, I'm hearing something about an inner vision. Like you have to trust your inner vision. Something with, something with your third eye needs to be activated here. Whoa. Okay, let's see what else is the advice. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you got to leave something behind that you're doing here. Big time. This is almost like, for some of you, this is quite serious, okay? Like Spirit really wants you to get out of this mental space you're in, this loop. It's like, for some of you, it could almost feel obsessive. For others of you, it's just super frustrating. It's creating some block in your life, or it's just not serving you. It could have served you, whatever you were doing up till a point, but it's not anymore. Spirit wants you to feel happy, to feel joy, to play, to experience your psychic intuition, and to locate the power that exists within your mind, body, and soul. To bring yourself back into balance here. I feel like Spirit is saying you've really learned all you can about this situation. You've actually gained quite a bit of wisdom, knowledge, and tools that you can take forward into the world and create abundance with. But for some reason, what I'm picking up here, and if this isn't your reading, that's cool. But what I'm picking up on is like you're kind of stuck here. And you need to, I'm seeing an escalator. An escalator? Yeah, it's like you need to go up, but you're just stuck. Like, you know when you walk backwards on an escalator? Why can't I say that? Escalator? Maybe there's something escalating. Yeah, there's something escalating here. And I don't feel like it's a good energy for you. Yeah, but when you walk backwards, and you never do that when you were younger, I like the subway, just to be an idiot. Yeah. It's like you're walking, you're moving, you feel like you're moving, you're doing something, but you're not going anywhere, going nowhere fast, right? Creating a little bit of a disturbance in the flow of energy. Okay. Well, it's okay, you know. You can get out of it, is what Spirit is saying. If you want to. And if you're doing shadow work, come back up. Come back up. You know, ground yourself. Give yourself a break. It's okay. You don't need to force yourself to do shadow work. You have to listen to your body as well and your mind. If something feels too overwhelming and you're going into the depths of despair, or you're getting super confused about who you are and what, you know, all of this stuff, what you're meant to do in this lifetime, and it's starting to bring you down, like, stop, take a break. It's okay. You know, you don't have to push yourself to the edge here. That's not the point of shadow work at all. Not at all. There's been many times where I've done shadow work and I'm getting to a certain point, I'm like feeling like I might go over the edge here. And I have to reel myself back, not because I can't face whatever's in my shadow, but because I'm protecting myself at the same time. I'm being kind and compassionate to myself, like I can't go there yet. I can't go there yet. I know there's something there, but I can't go there yet. I will go there, but I can't do it now. And that's a place of compassion for oneself. It's not a denial of the shadow. You know, some people, when they do heavy duty therapy or shadow work and they really push themselves, it can do more damage than it does good. So be kind to yourself and find those moments of joy in your life. Okay? I feel like you have a opportunity right now to basically experience joy in however you want. like if you stop the thoughts about whatever has been or about whatever's been going on, just look around you in this present moment, right in this moment, you're free to do what you want right now that could bring you joy. You know, what would bring you joy right now? Cooking yourself a nice meal, going for a walk, playing with your pets, watching some junk TV. I don't know, whatever it is that brings you joy. No judgments here, you know? It will ground you. Okay, further advice is work with the devils. Yeah, see, this is like over shadow work, like shadow work too much. I can't even form a sentence now. It's so like pertinent and urgent here. Okay, this is too much shadow work. Whoa, this is crazy. So this card work, he's or it, she, they, whatever, is weaving on a loom. And then in the devil card, we see this person wrapped up. Like, it's like you're working to bind yourself, not, you know, metaphorically. When it's time to fly, it's time to fly. Okay? You can come back to whatever it is that you're doing later on, but right now you need to give yourself a break. You need to accept that you figured out something as far as you can figure it out, and the strategy is not working at the moment, and it's time to try something else to connect with your body and your soul. Low battery. Wow. If you are doing shadow work here, whether that's on yourself or trying to analyze someone else's shadow, is it bringing you any relief? Is it doing anything good for you? That's the goal. The goal is to integrate and to heal and to feel more powerful as yourself, you know, and to know yourself more. And to accept and nurture all the parts of you and to come to a place of healing and relief and release. And if that's not happening, then it's not of value for you right now. Or you need to reconsider how you're going about it. Okay, I gotta take out this mind, body, soul magic behind that. Interesting. And I'm gonna pull an oracle card here for you and see what message Spirit has about this. I'm gonna use this deck here. Do we have the book somewhere? One sec, guys. Oh, here's this book. I feel like me standing up and you being able to read my shirt now, which says can't be tamed. I feel like maybe that's something you're trying to do, is to tame your mind or tame your shadow. I don't know. It's like something can't be done right now. Okay, let's see. Let's get a closing card for group 3, please. That was really intense, your reading. Closing message to wrap this one up. What else do you want to say about the mind, body, soul that you're showing us here, Spirit? What do you want to say about this? What will help group 3? What words of wisdom do they need? We have Wailing Tree Reconciliations, number 59. Let's see. Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, reconciliations. When you encounter the wailing tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do it. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walk away from it and into something new. Guys, total confirmation. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. So do it all now, look at it all squarely and honestly, and stay with your feelings. Feel that that's something about the body there. Life is not either or, it's both and, this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure. Yet like all things, they will pass soon enough and you will be more enriched by the experience. I feel guided to pull one more. Okay, let's get one more here. Wow. Fool's Embrace, number 22, transmuting pain. Amazing. Spirit loves you. I love you. Okay. Transmuting pain, allowing life to love you. The experience of both and. Wow, we just said that. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. No matter where on the spectrum of pain you find yourself now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it. Befriend it rather than resisting it, running from it, or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is here? Surrender to the Fool's Embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you in love and compassion. What if you could learn something amazing from this? What is truly yours will not pass you by. Something better and perfect for you is waiting elsewhere. If you could come to terms with the liberation and freedom inherent in loss, your broken heart might open you up to a greater sense of humanity and compassion. As in the narrative of tarot, the Fool will be at the beginning of your life's adventure, and at the end when you've integrated all the wisdom you've accumulated along the journey. He will never let you down or lie to you. He will, however, teach you how to revel in both the beauty and desperation of life. Both and, this and that will always be true. Remember, the pearl can't be created without the gritty sand, causing discomfort and acting as a catalyst in the oyster. Your pearl is discovered in radical acceptance that everything has value. All is well now and will be well. Remember that today as you feel the Fool's Embrace. Right. I think some of you are struggling, you know, with it can be this and that. This person or this situation could have hurt you. There could have been betrayal. And it could have also been a significant relationship or experience in your life in which you felt love. It can be this and that. Okay? Think about that. I feel like some of you should ponder on that. Okay? The this and that. Can you hold those two conflicting ideals at once and accept that it is what it is? And there's something beautiful for you here that you're going to create out of this experience. All right, group 3, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.